In 1975, Jaws was everywhere. And I know I was a 13-year-old that just wanted to see this film, just pretty much like anyone with a pulse at the time. I remember going into the city, into the State Theatre in Sydney, and watching the film with friends and being totally blown away. And from then on, it's pretty much been my favourite film of all time. But what if I wanted to watch the film again? What if I wanted to watch it at home then? Now it's really easy. Now you can just go and get a Blu-ray, watch it on streaming, a DVD, VHS even. But in those days, back in the 70s, in the mid-70s, there was only one way you could watch a movie on any sort of media at home, and that was through Super 8. Super 8 is a format of film, basically 8mm film, that you can watch on a home projector. So today we're going to talk about Jaws on Super 8. Just a quick history of Universal 8, who produced this film and distributed this film. Universal 8 grew out of Castle Films. Castle Films were founded in 1924 and they released industrial films and home movies in 8mm and 16mm. One of their earliest releases was footage of the Hindenburg disaster in 1937. In 1947, Universal Pictures bought into Castle Films and eventually used its home library for its own use. Then in 1977, Universal 8 launched, releasing movies in Super 8 and 16mm until closing in 1984, after releasing around 275 films of its own. Do you want to know why they closed? It was simple, really. The introduction of VHS and Betamax. So the copy I have here is a 200-foot color magnetic Super 8 version running at about 10.5 minutes long. There was also a longer 2-reel version that ran for about 30 minutes. I'm not completely sure when it was first produced, but I'm thinking maybe around 76, 77, that sort of time frame. If anyone knows for sure, I'd love to know. Please let me know in the comments. It even comes with a promo poster. The one in the copy I have is pretty much in great condition. It's got a few pinpricks here from being hung on a wall, but it's in really good nick. And here it is. So one of the limitations of trying to fit a 2-hour movie or close to 2-hour movie into like 10, 15 minutes is they had to make a lot of changes to the movie and a lot of edits. So when we start this film, we start in the usual way with the introduction, the credits, the beach scene, and Chrissy's attack. From that point forward, then we jump straight to the Alex Kintner attack on the beach, which is a big jump. There's a lot happened in between, but of course we have to keep that, nice and short. After that is the first meeting with Matt Hooper on the docks of Amity, which is an interesting place to put this edit because the scene straight after that is a scene in Amity Town Hall with the residents and with the shopkeepers and the business owners, which actually happens beforehand. But I'm assuming for continuity and to make the film a bit more easier to follow on Super 8, this was put this way. Once we get through that, then we have the Orca going out to sea. We totally miss everything that happens on the beach on the 4th of July and the estuary attack. But we go out to sea with Hooper, Brody and Quint, and we have we have cut scenes of them chasing the shark, all the barrels, all that sort of thing. We miss the Indianapolis speech, and we pretty much go straight to the end where Quint is killed by the shark, spoiler alert, and we end the film. There's not even, well, we have the first sighting of the shark by Brody, but unfortunately we don't get "You're Gonna Need a Bigger Boat." Not only is Jaws one of the greatest films ever made, it's appeared on just about every form of media imaginable, from Super 8 right through to streaming. And honestly, there's something really special about holding a movie like this in your hands, a real film that takes me right back to that time. For me, a great time in my life. And for those of us that lived through that time in 1975, it brings back some really, really strong memories. And that's it. That's Jaws on Super 8. It's amazing to think that you once owned movies at home, and even now there's something special about owning this. It's one of the favourite pieces of my Jaws collection, which I hope to show you more of in the future. I've got more movie memories to share soon, and we'll dig into those next time. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.